According to Statistic Brain, 36 million children from ages 5 to 18 play organized sports each year. This is because of the wide range of physical, emotional, mental, and educational benefits that come from playing them that last throughout adulthood. Many people dislike the idea of contact sports because they are more physical and prone to injury, but so is everyday life, like riding a bike, flying in a plane, and driving in a car. All of the learning experiences that come from playing contact sports outweigh the potential dangers. Children should be allowed to play contact sports because of the many benefits that come from playing them. Contact sports teach children teamwork. Although there are many different activities that teach teamwork, contact sports teach all aspects of it. Merriam-Webster's online dictionary defines teamwork as work done by several associates, with each doing a part but all subordinating personal prominence to the efficiency of the whole. Irene McWilliams says teamwork signifies that people are working towards a shared purpose and a common goal. In contact sports, children have to learn how to work together in order to score the point or prevent the other team from scoring. They also have to work together to keep the ball in their possession or get it away from the other team. Teamwork is a very necessary skill for everyday life. Maddie Stepanek says, "Unity is strength. When there is teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved." Every group needs chemistry in order to be successful. That goes for sports, families, and especially collaboration in the professional workforce. Contact sports are an excellent introduction to teamwork for children. Contact sports also teach children a lot about their bodies. Children start developing some of their gross motor skills at very young ages. It is very common for parents to start putting their children into contact sports between ages 3 and 5. At those ages, children begin to develop or continue to develop hand-eye coordination, preference of left or right-handedness, the concept and use of place and direction, body coordination, and depth perception. Participating in contact sports are a great way to get children to further develop their motor skills. As children grow a little older, they are able to hold a longer attention span and continue to develop their body functions. At age 6 and 7, children begin to progress their ability to catch, throw, and jump. By playing in contact sports, children are able to gain coordination throughout their whole body. Learning how their bodies move and work will teach children to want to take care of their bodies. Participating in contact sports teaches children the importance of staying healthy. Anyone who plays sports is encouraged to feed their bodies the right nutrients in order to keep them healthy. Contact sports exert a lot of energy from the participant, making it even more important to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Playing contact sports teaches children what kind of nutrients they need in order to keep their bodies moving and ready to play. The article, Facts, Sports Activity in Children, states that 3 in 4 of adults aged 30 years old and over who play sports today play sports as school-aged children. That's 77% of adults who played when they were younger. This shows that playing sports as a child has influenced them to keep participating in sports throughout their adulthood. According to Facts, Sports Activity in Children, adolescents who play sports are 8 times as likely to be active at age 24 as adolescents who do not play sports. Maintaining a healthy body is very important. The participation in contact sports at a young age helps enforce that early. Contact sports teach children many aspects of respect. They teach respect for authorities and also for teammates and opponents. All contact sports have a coach, a person who trains an athlete or a team of athletes. Having that adult figure as a coach teaches children that they need to listen to directions and follow them correctly. Introducing children to authority figures besides parents at a very young age teaches them to have a mutual respect for all adults. If children are not respectful towards their coaches, they will be disciplined in some way like conditioning or sitting out a game. According to Dr. David G. Myers, punishment is an event that tends to decrease the behavior that it follows. Punishment is a form of reinforcement that causes people to stop doing what they did in order to receive a certain punishment. The discipline that coaches give children reinforces good behavior and respect. Children also learn to have respect for their fellow team members and opponents. Children have to compete with their teammates for spots on the playing field, which teaches them to have a competitive edge and a hard work ethic. Contact sports will teach them how to display sportsmanship no matter if they win or lose. Every child should be able to participate in contact sports because of the character it teaches them at such a young age. Contact sports do have a risk of injury, but specialists are working on reducing those risks. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy, also known as CTE, is a degenerative brain injury typically associated with repetitive trauma to the head. It has been noticed through research that some of the sport's youngest participants sometimes sustain high-impact hits at accelerations known to cause concussions in adult players. As a result, youth football organizations and some teams at the high school, collegiate, and professional levels reduce the amount of time spent on contact drills. Now that researchers know more about the risks, big organizations like the NFL and the NHL have made some changes. The NHL has instituted rule changes that are intended to reduce the risk of brain trauma, and both the NFL and NHL investigated possible changes to improve the safety of equipment and playing arena. By instituting and following proper guidelines for return to play after a concussion or mild traumatic brain injury, it is possible that the frequency of sports-related CTE could be dramatically reduced or perhaps entirely prevented. Contact sports do have many risk factors, but the organizations in charge of them are doing everything they can to make these sports safer. Playing contact sports is great for children because it teaches and develops them in many ways. Contact sports are an easy way to expose children to the basics of teamwork. Participating in contact sports teaches children how to be respectful and have good sportsmanship. It also helps children develop their bodies and learn how they work. Playing contact sports keeps children in shape and sets them up for a healthy lifestyle. Although contact sports can result in some form of injury, the benefits that come from them outweigh the potential dangers. Overall, contact sports teach children many beneficial, lifelong skills and set them up to be successful in all aspects of life.
Handoff. Quarterback's going to try to take it himself. Oh, what a great play. Brought down again by Tyrese Cox. Was not fooled.